Welcome to the Soulfire Podcast, where healing is raw, truth is sacred, and your story gets to burn and rebuild in the same breath. I'm Power Coach Alishia, pattern breaker, soul mirror, fire starter, and the unapologetic voice of the burn it down and rise anyways revolution. We don't fluff your wounds, we don't filter your truth, and we don't water down healing so that people stay comfortable. You've spent way too damn long proving your worth to people who only love the version of you that stayed small, quiet, and convenient. If you've ever swallowed your truth to keep the peace, shrunk yourself to stay chosen, or disappeared in your life, this season isn't just a reset or another motivational podcast. This is where you reclaim your voice, your fire, and your fucking self. I'll give you the truth that heals, frameworks that hold, and soul codes that will change how you live, lead, love, and rise. Lovey, come forward. It's time for you to embody your wholeness. And I'm not only leading this season, I'm living it right beside you. Let's fucking go. When you force yourself to build your business in a way that constantly drains you, what ends up eventually happening is it makes your entire life heavy, because your entire life has to carry the weight of that business and all of those decisions that you made. And this is the part that I missed myself when I built my $500,000 business, and that I noticed that women miss all of the time, because you think you need more discipline or structure or consistency, or there's some strategy that you're missing, some process you're missing, some system that you're missing, when really you need a rhythm that actually matches who the fuck you are, how you move, your personality, the energy, all of that. And again, that's in your birth chart. That's in your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mercury, your Pluto, like all of these things tell you how you move. And then obviously we have the houses that we've been talking about this month, right? Because this month is all about your wealth design and how your soul shows you the way to money. And now I do recommend that you go through the last 2 episodes, because they're going to help this episode make even more sense. But this episode can stand on its own as well. Every month is broken down into series for season 5. I wanted to see how that felt to have a series season. So far, I'm really enjoying it, because it's keeping things together under an umbrella so that you can come study and you can come learn. And it's not a whole bunch of one-off episodes. They actually build on each other, but they also are very powerful standing alone. So in the first episode of this series, we opened with your second house, and that's your wealth blueprint, your values, the way that your soul is naturally designed to build stability, how you're designed to receive. Then last week we went into the wound that's sitting on your money, and these are the emotional patterns and survival conditioning underneath what feels safe enough for you to actually hold money. And this episode, I want to move into what happens when you stop forcing yourself into everyone else's way of building business, holding money, making money, using money, and you start creating a rhythm that actually matches you and feels good for you. Because again, this is where your business starts feeling alive again. This is where your life starts feeling alive again. Because I've noticed I did this myself. I think ever since I became an entrepreneur almost 22 years, or I guess it is 22 years ago, I was building my business against myself. It's literally been the last 9 months that I've been building my business in alignment with myself. Okay. If you continue to attempt to force yourself into structures that your soul never agreed to, your mind might be agreeing to it. You might think your bank account's going to benefit from it, so it agrees to it. I had a $500,000 business and I was fucking miserable. You can go into season 1 of the podcast and learn a lot about me. Season 1 and 2, you learn a lot about my journey, right? And so when you force yourself into structures that your soul doesn't agree to, like waking up earlier or pushing harder or posting more or scaling faster or launching bigger or this or that, or one-on-one coaching when your soul calls for group, or group when your soul calls for one-on-one, and you got to do this every day and do that every day, and oh, you can't stop, and you're going on vacation and you have this and you have that, eventually your whole body starts to resist the business and everything you do itself. Okay? And that's because nothing about the way that you're building actually honors your natural function, your natural rhythm. I'll give you a really like real life recent example, right? This podcast is all about real life, real shit, real raw, because I'm real life, real shit, real raw. You're going to find that out really fast. You step into the queendom. I am me every single fucking step of the way. I coach through my life experiences because that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm born for. And that's what makes me and everyone the most relatable. When you tell real stories, real journey, real experiences that people can actually connect with because they see themselves in you, that's what makes you successful. The more that you hide and you want to be polished and perfect and, this professional, you find that it's hard for people to connect with you as the person, and they're just connecting to your modality or whatever the fuck it is that you do. So at the beginning of May, I went on a vacation for 9 days. Okay, cool. Great vacation. We had an amazing time. It's a vacation that we haven't had like a vacation that felt like that in like 4 or 5 years, right? Vacations have been rough since COVID and blah blah blah. Not even gonna go there. But so that was the amazing part. But then we came home. It's now like the 10th of the month. You got to reset and find your rhythm again once you come back home. But then there's camping. We leave on the 20th of the month. And yes, it's local to where we live, but we're not coming home. I'm not coming home every night, right? So now I'm camping for a few days. It's cold. My stomach is sick. I'm having some body issues. Like my dog ends up eating a bajillion dandelions, and I don't know whether or not he's going to die. But now he doesn't want to eat dinner, and his stomach is fucking sick. And we got to let him out of the camper a million fucking times at night. But it's fucking freezing. When I say freezing, I mean, it's 40 degrees, but that's cold for me. It's just not my jam. So I decided to come home a day early from camping, but then it's, Daniel's birthday that we have, and it's the holiday weekend. And then it's like, okay, then you get 3 fucking days before you're leaving again for a week to Texas. And then, in the 3 days, we have the holiday that's the Monday. My Tuesday was slammed and got fucking chaotically imploded, and then like it's just one thing after another after another after another on a week that I want to be productive because I'm leaving for vacation. You hear what I'm saying though? Like that's a control form. So here comes the control form, like, okay, but I crammed before San Diego. I crammed before camping. I don't have it in me to cram again before Texas in a fucking 3.5 week period, 4 week period. I don't have that many crams in me to position things and set things before vacation. I almost was like, fuck it, I'm not recording podcasts. I'm not doing, astrology energy of the weeks. Like, all of it can just fucking wait. Like, nothing's going to implode if I don't do it. And so that's what I ended up telling myself. Like, Alishia, what you don't get done isn't going to matter. Nothing's going to implode if you don't do it. And what that did was it gave me the space and freedom to follow my soul's rhythm. But in the same breath, and in the same breath, my capacity had been tapped out, I swear, for days, even though some of those days I was just crocheting and hanging out with myself. I don't know. It's like overstimulation from too much activity in my life. I am not somebody who likes to be on the go, 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 go. And this isn't a logical doesn't like. My body doesn't like that. My rhythm doesn't like that. I don't like to be around people all the time either. I prefer to have a really good blend. I like maybe 33%. 33% by myself, 33% doing my business, 33% around the people in my quality world. Like, and I just literally, that just came to me right now. I've never actually thought about that, but I like that 33%. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would more than likely tip me to 50, right? And my business to 20, and my quality world relationships to 30, or maybe even business 30 and my quality relationships 20. Like that's just how I'm wired. I would rather spend half of my time alone. And it's not a depressive alone or some, issue like that. It's because I like to be doing my soul work. I love to do my soul work. I love to do my moon work. I love to do my rituals. I love that time that I spend with myself. But the other day someone sent me a text and they asked, what do you like to do for fun? And this is somebody that I'm building a new friendship with, and it's just seeing where it goes. And that question hit me harder than it should have. I don't know why. Because I feel like I have fun doing a lot of things, But that's not what the question was asking. It's like, what do you like to do for fun? Here's the thing. I don't ever pick something up and go, this will be fun, so I'm going to do this. I don't say, I mean sometimes. I mean I might go to a concert cuz I love the artist and music and that is fun. But it was such a hard thing when I was thinking about it. It's like I don't think I actually really do anything for the sake of fun. That's what hit me. I don't really do anything for the sake of fun, meaning most of the time, I would say 80+% of the time, I'm not choosing to do what I'm doing for fun. And that was a problem for me. I didn't like that I realized that. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't do, there's not really anything that I do for the sake of having fun. It's not like, let's go do this because it's fun. What the hell? And I know I keep saying that, but it's because it's so shocking to me. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to go camping. Is it fun? I mean, I guess. I Do you know what's fun for me? Listening to music, singing, dancing, being in my vibe, being in my energy, being in my flow. That's fun to me. Being in my space. Like, I love that. That's fun. I like our Thursday night family game nights as long as it's a fun game, like a funny game, then I have fun. But if we sit and we play like Hero Quest, which is like a real life role playing game, it's like D&D and Magic the Gathering, but Hero Quest is like from, 1989. I have a good time, but I don't know that I would define that as fun. When I take a bath, I wouldn't define that as fun. I don't know. So it's very interesting. And so for me, I am now sitting with this question of what do I like to do for fun? And just like leaving it open for experiences to see where the universe leads me because I do like to kayak. To me, that's fun. I like to snorkel. That's fun. But day in and day out, like if somebody asks me, I like to kayak, I like to snorkel, and I like to shake my ass to music, sing. Like I have a weekly rhythm. You guys want to know how much I love music? I have a weekly rhythm for playlists that I listen to. I turn on music almost instantly when I wake up in the morning. And someone might say, oh, that's because you can't handle quietness. No, 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 no. I like the quiet too. I love being up the canyon and listening to the birds and the wilderness and just the quietness. I love that. I turn on music because music is food for my soul, right? So I know that might seem like I kind of took this off path, but this is so important when it comes to forcing yourself into structures that your soul never agreed to. It's like, I'm not going to just force myself into something fun because I need to have more fun in my life, or someone thinks that I should have more fun in my life, or because I'm pushing myself into that. No, I'm going to leave it open and allow the universe and allow the energy to lead me and for me to manifest what is fun to me now because your rhythm affects everything. Your rhythm affects your energy and just like what you have to give, the capacity of what you have to give, what you have to create. Maybe I don't know what's fun for me because I've barely gotten into, again, we're over the last 9 months really developed what my solid rhythm is by listening to my soul 100%, right? And your rhythm affects whether or not you're consistent and what your relationship looks like, especially with your partner, how your nervous system is. I always utilize nervous system and rhythm interchangeably because your rhythm is your nervous system being synced and you moving in that energy consistently. Okay. Also, though, your rhythm decides what your ability is to actually enjoy your life and your capacity to receive. So if your rhythm is constantly built around pressure, then your still whole life starts to feel rushed. I always say it's like someone has their hands on the small of your back and they're just slightly pushing you, some pushing some pressure against the small of your back that's making you move forward faster than what you really want to do. That's what I call rushing through life per se. And so then even your success feels rushed. And that's why so many women struggle to hit their income goals, or they do hit them, but then they feel exhausted and disconnected and emotionally empty. That's how I felt. I had $76,000 in my bank account and I was crying, you know? Because the version of me, the Taurus Venetian sort of energy is like, fucking A money, let's go. I fucking ran myself into the ground. I didn't honor myself a fucking first. I mean, sometimes I would go for a run. Sometimes I would go for a walk. I was still going on vacations. I went to a Dallas 49ers game. Like, I would fly back to Utah because at the time I lived in Florida. I was doing those things, but I was also working 14, 16, 18-hour days, depending on the fucking day it was, and putting all this pressure on myself. And I didn't know how to manage money. So I was spending money as fast as I was making it. And I had a way bigger team than what I needed of 15 people. And they were doing all of these things and everybody wanted something from me. And it was fucking chaotic. I said this in a past episode. I don't know which one it was, but I've learned in the last 6 weeks that chaos fucking plummets my rhythm and my nervous system. It plummets me. Okay. And so at the time, I worked so hard to make so much money, and I had exceeded what I wanted to do, what my intention was. And the fact that I was exhausted and disconnected and emotionally empty, no one could understand. I couldn't even understand it. My mom was worried that I was pregnant because of the way that I was acting. I just needed to drink some water so I could make my shake really quick. So you're like, why is she blipping? Or like, are you glitching? So anyways, sorry if that was loud in your ear, but I got my package open. I'm going to keep going. So I'm telling you, as much as you think that money is going to make a difference, $76,000 in my bank account and fucking miserable. Just miserable because the money came, but my soul never came with it. And also, I wasn't doing what lit up my soul. I was fucking phenomenal at it, yeah, because what I was teaching is what I did for 6, 7 years to be the breadwinner for my family, to keep food on the table, to keep the lights on, a roof over our head, to give us the life that we had, right? So what I was teaching was something I knew very well, which was direct sales, party plan, multi-level marketing, but not network. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's just say direct selling, MLMing, right? That's what I was teaching. And I know a lot of people think, oh, it's a sham and it's a this and it's that. We can talk about it another time. But the point of it was that I wasn't doing what it was that I wanted to do. I was doing what would make me money. And so the money came. Fucking A, did it come. And it came fucking fast. I mean, I went from $2,000 a month to, $20,000 a month to 50,000, like fast, 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 fast. And so this is why either copying or forcing yourself into a structure or a mold in order to get a result, it will eventually break you. Okay? Because what you think you should do, what you think is the best thing for you to do, because it's going to get you to the money, it's going to get you to the success. I got to shake my shake really quick. We got real life shit going on here, not just recording the podcast. I got to shake my shake so that I can keep going, so that I can have my lunch after this. So I know this is probably annoying, but this is what makes you not listen to my fucking podcast anymore. Then you're not meant to be here, right? This is me. So if you're forcing yourself into these molds, you're forcing yourself into these structures, you're like, this is what I should do, must do, have to, and it's that sort of energy, because this is what's going to make the money. This is what's going to get me seen. This is what's going to make people like me. This is what's going to get my business out there. This is what's going to help me blow up. All of these different things. When you do it in that energy, that's going to dysregulate you. Because one woman might thrive with constant visibility, and then another might thrive through depth and intimacy. Then another woman might love these high energy launches, and then another woman creates best through how she shows devotion and consistency, where another woman can hold a packed schedule. Another woman needs spaciousness to stay emotionally connected to herself. None of these are wrong. It's not about wrong or right. It's about how does it feel? Because here's the deal. When I'm running through these different women, right? Constant visibility. For me, that becomes chaotic and my capacity, my energy level depletes, right? So I'm built for depth and intimacy fully, but I do like to be visible. It's just how I'm visible, paying attention to, does that light me up? Does that make me feel alive? Does that fulfill me, or does that deplete me, right? High energy launches, pouring a whole bunch into it. I'm down for that, but if the results don't follow that, it fucking plummets my energy, and then I'm beating myself up, and then I don't want to do this anymore, and then I'll launch a new fucking business because I'll put in the energy for the high energy launches. I've got that. But the result has to match that high energy launch, right? So, that slow devotion and consistency, that's too slow for me. So I'm almost like the middle ground girl, like these charges, these supercharges, and these launches or creations and the things that I do while keeping that devotion and consistency throughout. Slow isn't me, even though most Tauruses are very slow, right? But it depends on where it comes up in your chart. So also, I hold a very full schedule in a way, but my full schedule, when it's packed in harmony, a lot of it includes my rituals, what I'm doing, how I show up for myself. Like, I run a full schedule, but I spend the mornings. Let me rephrase this, because as I record this, everything's fucking discombobulated with the vacations and camping and everything. I don't feel like I've been in my full morning rhythm soul practice for 2-ish months now. And I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm calibrating. I'm syncing back to my rhythm, and I'm sinking into my rhythm. I don't like back to. I don't like re's either. So I don't like recalibrate. I'm sinking into my calibration, my rhythm, and getting there. I just noticed that it's not as stable as I like to feel, right? And so when I run my quote unquote packed schedule, my alarm goes off at 8 a.m., but I don't start work until noon. It's built to where the 8 a.m. to noon is for me to be in flow into my soul practice, doing things for myself that feel good, that bring me into my body, connect me to me. That's what I'm doing during that time. Then I'm getting ready for the day, and then I set up my sacred office space with my lava lamp, and I light my incense, and I turn on my diffuser, and I make sure my desk is organized. But that's after my bed is made and I've put on my oil for the day and my sprays. Like, all of these things are part of my rhythm. And so my quote unquote packed schedule has this, like, 4-hour flow. When my alarm goes off at 8, I'm not even moving until 9:30 or 10, right? If I don't have an appointment for a massage or my nails or something fucking else, I'm not moving until 9:30 or 10. But my challenge with that is being mindful of, what are you doing during that time? Am I in prayer and my eyes are closed and I'm doing my gratitude and I'm showing up for myself? Or am I on my phone? And you know what? To tell you the truth, lately I've been way more on my phone than my quote unquote rules for myself allow. Because at any moment, because I'm not grounded in myself, I haven't gotten up and meditated yet, I'm still in bed. At any moment, I can scroll past something, see something, someone could text something could happen in my business that triggers me and unravels my entire day. This is why that's a rule, right? That's a power move for me. But because I'm kind of being taken away with the water down the stream, right? As it, so to speak, right now, with everything going on and all the cramming and vacations and all the things in between, I'm not fully in my calibration rhythm and flow. What if everything that you've been forcing day in and day out in your life up to this point was never meant for you in the first place? What if? Well, I have a community that's built specifically for women just like you. And in this community, we go straight to your birth chart because this is where your real soul and wealth design lives. Inside the Queendom, every single month, we run 4 live sessions together: a wealth camp for your money, a soul camp for your healing, 2 soul money roadmap workshops to map your aligned path forward, all custom built around your birth chart and your soul's design. This is your missing piece because it's your design, your chart, your wealth frequency, and your soul. That's what makes it so freaking powerful. And when you join at VIP, you receive a
fully personalized birth chart, soul, and wealth course that has 4 custom audios in there recorded specifically for you and your chart. It has your soul architecture, your healing patterns, your wealth wiring, your relationship dynamics, your relationship rhythm, your daily rhythm, how you're meant to make money, how you're meant to show up, what business you're meant to build. All of that is in there. And then it's all wrapped together in a very simple, easy to implement 90-day plan so that you can take that information and get it deployed in your life. So click the link in the show notes and get signed up for your free 7-day trial. Queen, come home because we're waiting for you.
Now, here's the key though. Here's the power. I know that. So I'm being mindful of that. I'm giving warnings to people around me. Hey, I have fucking nothing. If you say something stupid, there's a chance I'm going to unleash on you. Even though it's, it's not all your fault or whatever the fuck it is, right? So it's just sharing that. So I can't hold, though, a packed schedule that is all business. I also don't like a packed schedule that has, it could be personal events, great quality of life sort of things. But if it's too much, like if I'm, if I had lunch planned with somebody one day, I've got a facial planned another day, I've got nails planned another day, I'm going on a date another day, I got my mystics class another day, I've got my in-person, sisterhoods that I'm doing a couple of other days. If I have all of that, that's going to collapse me. Even though I also have business stuff in there and things like that and soul stuff in there and relationship stuff, it's too much because it feels like chaos for me. So you might not be forcing yourself into someone else's rhythm, but you could be forcing yourself into a rhythm that you think you should do. A rhythm that holding yourself to an expectation that doesn't fit you. And what happens is your body starts to eventually pull away from yourself, your business, and your relationships completely. And so then you start thinking, I've lost motivation. No. It's not that you've lost motivation. You've lost connection to yourself. Okay. And remember, inside the Queendom, that's what we're doing. I'm teaching you how to be synced with yourself, how to understand what's going on when you do feel disconnected and to connect with yourself again, right? Understanding the patterns on how you move through life. And so the very first thing that you get access is to the 30-day soul wealth relationship reset, 10 days soul, 10 days wealth, 10 days relationship. That's all about identity and emotional patterns and consistency and self-worth and your rhythm and your actual life and how the fuck you show up for you first. And then everyone else. It starts inside and then outside because everything affects everything, right? How you feel affects how you show up. How you show up affects consistency. Consistency affects your business. Your business affects your nervous system. Your nervous system affects your relationship, and everything connects. Okay. So if you're ready to create this rhythm, this energy, this flow, this movement, and do it with fucking power and with women who are doing the same thing as you and a coach who's real life, real shit, real raw, will hold your feet to the fucking fire and will wrap you up in so much love in the same fucking breath, then you need to join the Queendom. At the time I'm recording this, it is free at the standard tier. Okay, the link is in the show notes. But if you go there and it is now paid, it's going to be $11 or less. Anyone can afford $11 to transform their life. It's good. It'll save you money on meds. It'll save you money on a therapist. It'll save you money on a marriage counselor as well. It's going to save you. I'm telling you. Being in my world and taking part of things will save you money. And it doesn't matter what level and where you're at and where you're spending money with me, it's going to save you money because I'm all about value added being worth more than the price paid. And your natural rhythm creates the sustainability that your soul calls for. Okay. So your natural rhythm is your wisdom. It's the way your soul naturally creates sustainability. Okay. So it shifts you from how much can I force myself into, or how much can I force myself to do, into what kind of life do I want? What kind of life am I connected to? What kind of life feels amazing to me? Because that changes everything. Like I was talking about when I was asked, what do you like to do for fun? I know that as this unfolds for me, it's going to change so much for me because now I'm going to link the fun to specific things, and I'm gonna consciously know that this is fun to me, so that's why I do it. That is fun to me, that's why I do it, right? And this stops everything in your life, including your business, from being performance, and it helps it be an extension of your life. Your life is an extension of your business. A business is an extension of your life. In a past podcast episode recently for this season, I said that I heard something that says when your soul work is your business and your business is your soul work, that's when you know you've arrived. And I want to reiterate that the importance of that is you still have your soul practice of your meditation and your rhythm and your ritual and what you do. However, that layers into your business, and your business is part of that. That is part of your business. And that has become so clear to me in the last 2 weeks with the download that I got, and then launching my in-person Soul Sisterhood, which is part of the online Queendom. They go together. They're part of one ecosystem with two different paths, or part of one ecosystem, and you can do both paths, the in-person and the online, and they go together and they supercharge each other, and it's part of the big beautiful ecosystem. It's not one or the other, it's both. And if you can, right, if you can get here for sisterhood, it's a 3-hour event. Like, if you can get to Utah to my sacred lotus temple room for a sisterhood, it'll change your fucking life. It will change your fucking life. Okay, so there's still going to be the elements that are part of it. But when I'm in a room full of women and I'm, charging them up and changing them lives and giving them the download hits and just giving them what they need, not what they want, but what they fucking need, it's like fire for me. That's business, but it lights up my soul. It puts me in a rhythm. It puts me in an energy in my soul for myself in my life that nothing else does. So your business is there to support your life. And this is something that I want you to understand, and something that I wish I understood a lot earlier, is your business is supposed to support your life. Your life supports your business instead of consuming it. Okay. Your business isn't here to be a cog of disconnecting you from yourself or destroying your relationships or to regulate your worth or determine whether or not you feel like you're enough, right? Your business is about creating more life and more peace and more freedom and more connection and more expression and more alignment. And when your rhythm matches who you are, that is where possibility arrives. That's where it shows up. And this is where your soul starts leading your business. And that is my entire fucking goal of everything I fucking do, is that your soul leads your business. Your soul leads your relationship with your partner. Your soul leads your relationship with people in your quality world. Because when that happens, everything starts to feel different. Because your comparison and pressure and fear, performance, the urgency, that's like non-existent. And you're building from truth and rhythm and capacity and alignment and devotion to your motherfucking self. And that's what changes your energy and your consistency and the creativity that shows up, the content that you put out, the offers that you create, the relationship with your clients, the journey with them, the experience your clients have, the experience that your partners have, the experience that your friends have, your children have, your parents have, and the way that your fucking body feels in the entire journey. It literally changes everything when your soul leads the way. Okay? And this is why I built June this way. And this wealth design and how your soul shows you the way to money. Because we started the whole month by opening your original wealth blueprint through your second house. And then we went into the emotional wound underneath all of that in the last episode. And then today we opened up your natural rhythm in life so that can open up your natural rhythm in business. And what happens when you start building from your soul and how you feel. And the next episode and next week, we're going to be going and ending this whole series with when your business finally matches your soul, because that's where your nervous system is excited, your rhythm is like on lock, and your values are lit the fuck up, and your life and your business starts moving together. This is where everything starts integrating. So stay through this entire journey, this entire series, because this is where your business starts becoming a reflection of you. instead of your business being a reflection of the survival patterns and the way that you've lived and your traumas, your demons, your burdens, and your triggers. So come back next week for the last episode in the Wealth Design series, because it's going to be fucking amazing. And of course, between now and then, get your ass inside the Queendom, because we are doing great work in there, right? This is where we do the soul work, the sales work, the relationship work. This is where we do all of it. And there's nothing more powerful than the Queendom. I do a SOULstrology energy of the week drop that I align to the moon, the rhythm, the cycles, the timing, and I drop it through the elements to your soul, your cells, your relationships. It's so fucking powerful. Almost every single Wednesday, there's a live session. There's a soul camp. There's a sales camp. There's a a love camp, right? A soul camp, a sales camp, and a love camp every single month. There's so much power going on in there. You get access to the replay vault. I've got the Queen's Blueprint for you, powering up your life, kicking your procrastination, your soul's prescription, you're energizing your life. I have so much for you, and I'm making some upgrades and up levels throughout the month of June that will help take you through this experience and journey in a way that's going to fucking light you up and transform your life in a very short amount of time. However, in order for that to happen, you actually have to step fucking forward for yourself and make the move. Say the yes, click the button, join the group. If you don't do that, I can't fucking help you. And yes, this podcast is phenomenal. But I'm telling you, this is literally just the front gate. This is like before the front gate. This is before you get to the fucking castle, right? I'm telling you, there's so much more where this came from. So right now, I want you to declare, I create my business in a rhythm that honors who I truly am. I create my business in a rhythm that honors who I truly am. And if I don't feel like fucking doing it today, I ain't doing it. No. I create my business in a rhythm that honors who I truly fucking am. And remember this, you are worth it. You are always worth it. And the world needs who you were made to be. So show up every single fucking day as the badass you are and slay. I'm Power Coach Alishia, and we'll see you next time. Oh my gosh, Queen, thank you so much for being here, because we're all in this together through this journey called life. And if something landed for you today, if something moved inside of you in this episode and you felt that fire light the fuck up in you, then your next step is to step forward for yourself into the Queendom, because this is where we do this work together live every single month. The soul work, the healing, the wealth blueprint, all tied to your birth chart and your soul's design. So just click the link in the show notes to start your free 7-day trial and know that this castle was built for you. We will see you inside.